Good morning from Fast Company. Here's our daily look into what's driving today's creative business leaders.
Entrepreneurship has been synonymous with sleep deprivation for decades, treating sleep as a weakness. CEOs and founders have worn the founder's grind on their faces, showing off dark circles as badges of honor, and drawing a parallel between exhaustion and commitment. Sleep became optional in the name of business success. In 2026, burnout is at a record high. Sleep is bubbling as a leadership advantage, not necessarily because it feels good, but because it makes us smarter, calmer, and more effective. The most forward-thinking founders and executives are reframing sleep, not just as self-care, but as infrastructure for critical decision-making, creativity, emotional regulation, and long-term resilience. In the next decade, the companies that outperform won't be led by the most exhausted leaders, but by the ones who are truly well-rested. Fatigue is more of a risk factor than a flex when running a business. And the hustle culture that founders and leaders cling to is costing companies more than it's delivering. Chronic sleep deprivation impairs judgment, slows reaction time, and erodes emotional intelligence. 3 core capabilities that modern leaders can't afford to sacrifice for the sake of productivity. A founder's perspective is their biggest asset. In high-stakes environments, whether it's fundraising, managing teams, or planning for the future of the business, clear judgment and sharp reaction times aren't trade-offs. They're everything. Today's leaders are expected to be sharper, not necessarily tougher. And as AI absorbs more of the operational and repetitive cognitive load, it's more important than ever to set yourself apart by processing information faster, managing multiple teams and tasks seamlessly, and navigating uncertain or crowded markets with finesse. Quality sleep is the best competitive edge we can have as business leaders. Now more than ever, uniquely human skills, creativity, strategic thinking, empathy are at a premium, all of which are directly tied to sleep quality and quantity. Those qualities don't come from staying up late to finish work. They start the night before, during a good night's sleep. Leaders who protect their sleep are protecting their brains and their judgment. Forward-thinking companies are beginning to integrate sleep education, flexible scheduling, and performance recovery into broader talent and productivity strategies. Not because it's trendy, but because the link between sleep, mental health, and decision-making is undeniable. Sleep isn't just a personal habit. It's a business strategy. In an era defined by complexity, the ability to think clearly, respond calmly, and create strategically is the ultimate advantage. And that advantage starts with a good night's rest. As organizations navigate economic uncertainty, AI disruption, and workforce burnout, the leaders who stand out will be the ones who prioritize sleep.
That's all today from Fast Company. Talk to you tomorrow.
SpokenLayer.